Hey guys, my name is Jamie Prakeen. I'm the captain of the Lao Buddhist Temple of Denver Dragon Boat Club. And we are here in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
And I'm here with Jackie Cook, who is the president of the Charleston Paddle Club, who is one of the elite teams of Dragon Boat here and many other paddle clubs too, and we'll get into that. But thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely.
I'm a little bummed that we're not outside because Charleston's beautiful. It's just a little cold.
Yes, it is a little cold and a little windy today.
Yeah.
It wasn't windy.
So we found a coffee shop. This is all like very last minute, but I'm glad we found this.
Yes.
So thank you for coordinating with us. But yeah, the big purpose of us getting together is really to, first off, I wanted to connect with other Dragon Boat racers and give the people an idea of what Dragon Boat racing is. And it was amazing how easily we connected over social media with another team from all the way pretty much across the states. And I think that's because Dragon Boat racing is a community type of sport. And
It absolutely is.
yeah. So we want to share basically what Dragon Boat is and the atmosphere and the energy that we have around this sport. It's a growing sport, racing internationally, and so we want to bring that to you. First off, Jackie Cook is the president again of Charleston Paddle Club, and the Charleston Paddle Club is again one of the elite teams. They are actually going to Trinidad and Tobago this year, so we'll get into that in a little bit. But they had a great 2018, and we'll dive into that a little bit too. But thanks again for joining me.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your journey with Dragon Boat racing.
My journey with Dragon Boat racing. I saw Dragon Boat racing from afar before I actually started. I just happened to be driving by the practice area and saw these boats out there, and I love the water. I love getting out on the water. One of the first things I did when I moved to Charleston was buy a sea kayak, so I could take that out at the beach. And I had seen them, I saw them out there a lot, and then one day I saw it on Meetup. They had posted a thing inviting people out to try it, and I have been going ever since. I pretty much joined officially within a month and bought my paddle a couple weeks later, and I was in.
Why did you decide to jump in?
Aside from the outdoor aspect, I love being outside. I love the climate here. I love the water. Everyone in the team was so friendly. They were just very welcoming, and I liked the challenge of it. It was fun learning something new.
I'm gonna miss this. How long have you been racing again?
I started in 14.
14.
Yes.
So
this is my 6th season we're starting now.
Season.
Yeah,
Oh,
you've got me beat though.
Yeah, quite a bit of years. I love Dragon Boat. So back to the Charleston Paddle Club. So you're the president now.
I am the president now.
Tell me a little bit about the club, who you guys are, and what your team represents.
We formed back in 2011, and the purpose of that, there's another Dragon Boat Club in Charleston. It is focused on breast cancer survivors, and all of the founding members of our club were actually a part of that club at one time. Not all breast cancer survivors, but cancer survivors, all of them. And they had just reached a point in their paddling where they wanted to be a little more competitive. So they formed their own team and went off. And one of their first races was in Richmond, Virginia. And they actually still hold the record for that 500-meter race.
Wow.
That's still on the books. So they, did really well that first year.
That's very cool.
And yeah, I kind of wish I was around for that, but that was how it started, and it's been interesting since then. So I joined a couple of years after that, and it's a community thing.
Yeah.
It really is. Like you said when we first started, that paddling, you can talk to somebody that you've never met before, and you say you Dragon Boat and they say they Dragon Boat, and you can instantly have a good connection with them. And
yeah, I agree. So you said started off with the breast cancer survivor team.
Yes, they did.
And then you branched off into your own club.
Yes.
How did that happen? Like,
They wanted to compete at a slightly higher level. The breast cancer team is more focused on the individuals, helping them recover and all that, and they just wanted a little more competition. Since then, we've had a number of paddlers who've gone on and paddled with Team USA. They paddle with clubs. They've made relationships with people all around the country. We have, people who have paddled with people in other states. And other paddlers come and paddle with us too sometimes for races or just when they're in town and it's just been, I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
All over the place.
It is. It really is all over the place.
So you said a lot of people. How many members do you guys have?
Last year I think we topped out at 49.
49?
Yes. Numbers are low right now because people don't usually officially pay their dues for the year until they start paddling, and it's still a little cold for some of our people. I know. When do you guys start really getting out there?
We usually start around April.
Yeah.
Around April. So it's actually really cool that you guys get to train year round.
Most of the time. I mean, last winter for us was very cold. So we, didn't make it out there every weekend. This year I think we've pretty much done just about every weekend, which has been good.
So the one thing that really intrigues me about the sport is the wide range of people that are able to do it. I mean, you mentioned the breast cancer survivor team. That is really cool that they're able to come back and do something pretty extraneous. I mean, it's not an easy sport.
Apparently it's very good for them. I don't know. Something about it is just, it's the right kind of exercise for them.
That's great. So what would you say is the age range of your club?
Our club right now, we have a lot of older club members. Above 50 and above. I'd say that's probably 2/3 of our members.
15?
50 and above.
50 and above. Okay.
I would say that's probably 2/3 of our members, and the rest, not that many in the 20s, more 30s and 40s.
Okay. So late 20s, early 30s to the 50s,
Yeah,
higher
I would
than 50s.
say that's probably in the 1/3 of the club, and then over 50 is. And yes, we have a number of people who are over 60.
That's a wide range.
And actually, it is, and it really, those are some of our more competitive paddlers too. So it's interesting. We had last year we had a woman paddle in China on Team USA. I think she's in her late 30s, but 1 or 2 years before that, we had a couple of 60 plus who did it as well.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we have very competitive paddlers at all the levels. So it's kind of nice.
All age ranges. Anybody can really do it.
Anybody can really do it. Again, it's just a matter of protecting your shoulders through the years.
Yeah, that's true. The shoulders are important.
Yes.
So you mentioned the girl that went to China with Team USA. That is really cool.
Yeah.
What are some other festivals that Charleston Paddle Club is racing?
We have a couple that we normally go to. Just we try to do ones that people can drive to. That's our challenge. So we kind of do generally just the southeast. Our trip to Puerto Rico 2 years ago was a little bit of an outlier.
Yeah.
So we go to Charlotte.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Got it a little out of the way.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. We do Charlotte, North Carolina, and we do Jacksonville, Florida regularly. There's a small event we do in Beaufort, South Carolina, which is nice because that's it's a little bit more of a community race than a competitive race, but it's close. It's a day trip for everyone to go down there instead of having to do the whole weekend, which is nice. So we can usually get a really good crowd for that, and it's a lot of fun. And we've done we did Orlando this year. There's every now and then we'll do one kind of an outlier, like they did the Richmond one, and there were one in, I don't know, somewhere up in North Carolina, another one that we do up there.
Okay.
So we've kind of been doing the same ones the last couple of years, just because, again, the driving it's a challenge.
But it is nice though, the East Coast, there's a lot of cities nearby.
There are, yes.
So the Charlotte one is a big one you went to.
Yes.
Took second last year.
Yes.
And 2018 was really big for Charleston Paddle Club. Second place at Charlotte, and I'm just did a little research. First place at Beaufort?
Beaufort.
Second in Jacksonville, and then second in Orlando International in the consolation bracket.
Yes.
I want to touch on this real quick. So the team that you took second to,
Yes.
Pasco Fighting Dragons. Do you remember racing them at all?
Yes.
Yeah. We actually raced against them in the Colorado Dragon Boat Festival.
Yeah.
So it's just quite the small world that
It
you got
is.
to race against them. In
I
the
know,
final.
it's fun, isn't it?
That is fun. Small world in
It
the Dragon
is.
Boat.
It really is. When we were down in Puerto Rico 2 years ago, we had a woman who had joined our club not that long before, from Ithaca, New York. And when she was down there, she got to see her old team.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really
They made
cool.
it down there for that too. So that was kind of fun.
That's really awesome.
I know.
Those
Again,
festivals.
and it's just the community part of it, because she was moving to town and she just reached out to us and instantly had a bunch of people that she knew.
There you go. It's about who you know, right?
Exactly.
So I wanted to switch gears, talk a little bit about you and Dragon Boat real briefly. I'm curious, how you're new to the club as president.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, I guess it probably started maybe 3 years ago, because we have an outrigger canoe that I love paddling. I really enjoy the outrigger. It's a 6-man, and we were not getting it on the water enough, so I started organizing that. And you know, it's a small organization, so once you show that you're willing to do something, then so I ended up coming onto the board last year, and this year our president it's time for him to step down, and I mean, our vice president really wasn't in a position to do that, so they asked me to do it.
Awesome.
So, yeah. But yes, it's with a small organization, once you show that you're willing to do things,
Yeah, definitely.
it kind of snowballs from there.
What's your vision for the club? I know you just started as a new president.
Yes.
A lot to learn as you're getting everything together.
Yes.
That said, what's the vision?
You know, we really just want to figure out how to grow the club. We have found that retaining people in a certain age group is difficult. And it's actually your age group we have difficulty with, because we've had a lot of paddlers that we have lost to children. You know,
they get busy with their
they're
kids,
young, they get
have
married,
kids.
and then they have children, and that's they tend to stop coming around as much. So we have a little bit of a problem with retaining. Yeah, it's a difficulty.
I can see that.
The younger ones before the kids, after the kids, but that age is tough for us. So we want to work on growing that section of our club.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we're sending a team when we send our team to Debaga, we've got a very competitive team, a pretty competitive team for Senior B, but the Premier isn't as competitive, because it's a tougher, and you're probably discovering this now too, it's tough to get younger people to travel.
Yep.
Because those further trips are a little more expensive, so it gets a little challenging.
Understand.
But yeah, the paddler retention, I think, getting a little bit younger age group is our goal.
A little off topic. Did you play sports growing up?
No.
So you weren't really involved in any other sports?
No organized sports.
But you were able to pick up Dragon Boat like
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Had good instructors.
So it's not extremely necessary that you're like very athletic or have an athlete background or anything like that?
No, it's not. I mean, it helps if you're active. And I've always been active. My primary thing before joining this was biking. And actually, riding a bike it's very good for paddling.
Really?
You build your core, your leg drive.
That's
it really
true.
does. It really makes a difference.
That's true. I did want to add that because
You do, because
you think it's a lot of arms. People think it's a lot of arms
it
and
is
upper
not
back,
arms at all.
core, a lot of rotational and leg drive. That's very true.
And honestly, since I started paddling, I don't bike as much, and I have noticed a difference.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yes, I need to bike more.
I'm gonna have to take up that advice. So actually, to Dragon Boat now, because
Yes.
how would you describe it to someone? Every time I tell someone I do Dragon Boat, they're like, "What is what? What'd you say, Dragon Boat?" How would you describe it to someone?
When I do describe it, I usually sit down and show them.
Yeah, you kind of have to show me.
Because nobody's, you tell them it's this 20-man canoe, and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
20. Yeah, it's hard to envision a 20 people on a single boat.
It is. I mean, you tell them it's 10 seats, you sit side by side, and but I usually end up sitting down and getting in the position.
This is how you do it. Would you like to join?
It's really awkward, and it'll hurt some, but it's fun.
Yeah. Hey, if the breast cancer survivors are doing it to keep them healthy,
right?
There's got to be some kind of benefit to it, and just being active.
Absolutely.
Right? Being active, health as well.
Outside, doing something.
What other? Upon doing research and chatting a little bit before this, paddle sports are a big deal here because there's a lot of water in Charleston. If you've never been here, it's beautiful. Unfortunately, it's too cold to see anybody on the water right now. But what other water sports are popular here in Charleston?
Stand-up is a big one.
Stand-up.
And the outrigger.
Paddle boarding or?
Paddleboarding. Stand-up paddleboarding. Yep. Okay. And they do that on the rivers and on the surf. So you can surf that too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like waves?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and people surf with their dogs, so yeah, you can do it on a paddleboard. And people paddleboard with their dogs.
Wow.
So yeah, but there's a lot of kayak groups. There's a lot of people out here with surf skis and with outrigger canoes. I mean, it's pretty much everything. And then you see the kite surfers, and I mean, it's everything on the water.
Yeah. So you said you like to do outrigger. What other water sports do you really enjoy?
Those are my two favorite, I think.
Those are the two?
Yeah. Those are my two favorites. Stand-up's nice, but eventually my toes get a little numb.
Oh yeah, because the water can be cold too.
No, just from the standing there, because I think I get too tense.
Oh yeah, because you can't really move your feet.
If you're good at it, you can move your feet.
Okay.
I'm not that good at it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
So, more on this. What do you enjoy most? I know you kind of gotten into this, but what do you enjoy most about Dragon Boat, and why do you paddle?
I paddle because I love the outdoors. I like being out on the water. I thoroughly enjoy that. Dragon Boat, I'm not like a terribly competitive person in all areas, but there's a couple things, and getting out there on the boat it just drives you to want it. It seems to me. I mean, just you put yourself out there and you're in this boat, and even if you're just at practice and there's another boat practicing there, you still kind of want to race them. It's kind of hard not to. I don't know. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And, before we started, you talked about my preparation on race day and stuff, and I just get like very focused and quiet, but it's like a kind of tense sort of thing.
It is. I mean, I've raced, like you said, 14 years, and I still get the nerves.
Yeah.
Because I'm very competitive. So I love the contrast there. That's really cool.
There are some things that I'm very competitive at, but not many. But yes, this has become one of them.
What kind of advice would you give to someone that's considering it, Dragon Boat racing?
God, just try it. Don't be afraid to try it. Because again, as I said, it's awkward and weird when you do it, and it'll feel strange and everything. But ultimately, it's a lot of fun. It really is.
Nice.
Between the competition and just the people that you meet and the family that you gain by doing it. Because you can't sit that close to that many people all day,
No kidding.
And then spend a whole day at a festival together and not become friends and family.
That's true. We've become friends and pretty much family with a lot of our teams that we race with. Yeah. Although when we're on the water, we're like, we're gonna
totally different.
Crush you.
Right.
We want to crush you at least.
Yes, absolutely. You tell them, you don't need your good paddle for this. You can use the festival paddles. It's fine. Don't worry about starting. You can just ignore the buzzer.
Don't worry about the waves. Let the waves take you. Totally kidding.
Put some extra weight in the front.
Right? Straight right into the water. So what would you say, besides it being awkward movement, which you really get used to, and it's a very...
Strangely you do.
It's a movement where your core needs to be strong anyways.
Yes.
What is the toughest thing about being part of a Dragon Boat team?
Toughest thing about being part of the team? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that there's a tough part about it.
I stumped her.
Maybe.
No, you've been
Maybe.
great. What the toughest thing? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes there's group dynamics, but beyond that, I don't know.
Maybe just getting people started and staying.
Yeah,
That's fair.
the retention is one, yeah.
Okay. What has Dragon Boat Racing allowed you to do? What has Dragon Boat Racing brought into your life?
Well, it has, again, given me another opportunity to get out in just a new way. And, well, travel to Southeast.
Travel? Nice.
Yeah,
Traveling is fun. Everyone loves to travel.
Absolutely. And it's just, I don't know. I've met a lot of very interesting people. People that I wouldn't have met anywhere else. I wouldn't have probably run into half of these people around town if I hadn't met them in the boat.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it actually led me into something else I love to do now, which is rowing.
Yeah.
We had a steers person who also is in a rowing club, and it got me into that as well. So again, one more way to get out there on the water.
There you go, and then another branch of people.
Yes.
People. That's the theme I'm picking up, people.
It is. It really is about the people. Because again, I mean, you and I are sitting here.
Yeah, no
talking.
kidding.
Right.
First time in Charleston, we were able to connect.
And you're able to sit down
very
and talk to
easily
people.
over like social media,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
really cool. I want to touch on the traveling part because what's nice about where you live is there's a lot of different cities.
Yes, there's
The
a lot.
team's going to
within-
Tobago this year.
Yes.
Someone went to China. You mentioned someone went to Italy. What? And I want to get into some fun questions.
Okay.
What dream place would you like to travel to race?
I think I'd probably, I wouldn't mind going to Europe to do it. The Tobago thing could lead to a trip to France, and I can't go to Tobago this year, but France would be lovely.
France would be awesome.
I mean, Spain and Portugal might be nice too.
Spain and Portugal.
But, you know, we had, last year, I think it was, we had a woman who went and paddled with another group in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Although she said it was a little cold there.
Oh, yeah. That,
You know, it's just, you could really go anywhere and do it.
I saw recently that a team was in Dubai, racing in Dubai.
We actually just had a person join our club from there.
What?
He reached out on Facebook and said he was moving to Charleston. And
From Dubai.
Yes, he was paddling in Dubai. Yeah.
Maybe he'll be able to take you guys back to Dubai. What a trip that would be for
I
racing.
know. And again, that's just another, you know, he's just moving to Charleston and now he's, you know, got a new club he can join and a bunch of people he knows.
That's really cool. I
Yeah.
love the traveling aspect.
I do too.
One more question, and I'm going
Okay.
to throw you off a little bit with this.
Oh, okay.
Outside of Dragon Boat, who is Jackie?
You know, I'm just a regular person. I'm a mom, a grandmother,
To a new one coming soon.
a new one coming soon,
Oh, nice.
a 3.5-year-old, and then a new one in April.
Congrats.
You know, I am a cat person, not a dog person.
Not a golf person? you
Not a
said?
dog person.
Not a dog
I'm
person.
a cat person.
Oh, okay.
I like music. I have no musical ability, but I love to listen. And Charleston actually is great for that. A lot of live music in town.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Great.
That's all you get.
That's okay. Sounds, hey, you Dragon Boat, so you sound fun to me. All right, any last words that you'd love to share with the audience?
You know what? Just try it. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
Because it really is. It's a weird sport. I totally admit that. People look at me like I'm a little crazy when I say what we do, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have a great time together and out on the water, and it's just a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, first off, or lastly, thank you, Jackie,
Absolutely.
for meeting with me. We are actually at the Bakehouse right now, so thank you to Bakehouse for letting us
For
do
letting
this. Totally last minute, but my name is Jamie Prockin with the Labu Central Dragon Boat Club. Lava Buddhist Temple, Denver, and we're in Charleston. So if you are looking to, if you're interested in dragon boat, feel free to reach out to Jackie or the club. They have their own website.
Yep. CharlestonPaddleClub.com. And on Facebook.
And on Facebook. Check us out, and hopefully you'll be able to find us on the water. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.